You mustn't run away.
You're looking at the most advanced weapon system ever developed by man.
You must confront your father.
Either we stop that angel,
I mustn't run away.
The synthetic humanoid Evangelion.
And you must confront yourself.
or humanity's future ends here.
This is Unit 1.
Vice Commander, we confirm the target is coming online.
Understood. All personnel to battle stations. Condition 1.
Terminal signal plug. Ejecting now.
Injection confirmed. Inserting entry plug.
Psychological contamination is within the standard range. Now flooding entry plug. Wait, what is this?
Just relax. Once your lungs are filled with the LCL, it'll allow your blood to be oxygenated directly.
We are go for launch!
I mustn't run away.
Ikari, are you sure this was the right thing to do?
Retracting umbilical bridge. Disengage lockbolt.
Release confirmed. Current status. Unit 1 is free.
Internal batteries fully charged.
I mustn't run away.
Transfer Ava Unit 1 to the launch pad.
Launch it! I mustn't run away. I mustn't run away!
Fine, I'll do it. I'll be your pilot.
Ready, Shinji?
Can you imagine a field of LED lights? It flickers and flashes, 'cause our joy is electric. Kaleidoscope dream, kaleidoscope dream, kaleidoscope dream, kaleidoscope dream, kaleidoscope dream, kaleidoscope, kaleidoscope dream. Breathe, breathe. Kaleidoscope dream. How take the sky, just hold my hand. Kaleidoscope dream. The moon will hope to fly. You say with me, you say with me. Kaleidoscope dream.
Where's Sumire?
She went home.
She said she only came here to see that you were all right.
Damn, the babe's leaving already.
You didn't tell her anything about me, did you?
Let's see, I think I mentioned that you're so behind that you needed to take summer classes or else you'd fail out. And of course I let her know that you had severe diarrhea last night. You got a problem with that?
Alright everybody, welcome back to episode 203 of Gundam at MAHQ. This is one of your hosts, Neo, and joining me always is Soulbro Ryu. Soulbro, say hello.
Hey, what's happening everybody? You're welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in.
Soulbro, you're on.
I'm here.
and then that, this is episode 203, and then we're going to call this an extended news ep. This is going to be the whole news, so we're not going to be doing any news articles this episode because wow, there's just a lot of news to talk about. So we picked probably two of the biggest topics that have come out in the last week or so. We'll be talking about the announcement of the Gundam that was made last Wednesday, the Gundam 40th anniversary announcement of what's going to be going on there, and we're going to talk about the recent announcements from Netflix about some of the animes that they're bringing and some of the anime adaptations that they seem to be bringing in there. So, Bro, for once, you're going to be allowed in the Larry King Memorial Newsroom.
Oh, shit!
How do you feel?
Oh, my God. I finally get to come in and sit at the desk. Oh, no.
Yeah, if this was a video podcast, you'd be sitting right next to me now.
Oh, my God.
Or I'd have you live via satellite. Coming in live via satellite. It's Sobro Ryo from...
Yo, what? Jesus. Sobro Ryo. Oh, my God. I'm sure that's exactly what he's saying.
You explain your name.
He wouldn't want that story. Oh, my God. Oh,
so, and of course, I think we're going to encourage everybody to use the hashtag, what is it, Gundam 203?
Gundam 203. I got it right this time.
Twitter. And what we want to do too is, I would start putting in some of quick comments or questions or anything like that, because we might have a little bit more time to devote to addressing some of those. Because I don't know if we can go too ad nauseum about what's going on here, but Solbro, anything before we begin?
No, man, we are solid. I am excited to talk about this 40th anniversary news. Holy shit, man! Who knew?
All right, yeah, exactly.
Who knew the 40th anniversary was coming?
No. So last week there was a global stream from Japan, and I actually I think I was like an hour. I saw it about an hour after it had shown in its entirety.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen any. I'm sure there's a dubbed version now, but I watched it. I was kind of going through it, and there was a lot of interesting things that we were seeing. I didn't understand half of it because it's all in Japanese.
Yeah.
But the pictures they put up, I was like, oh, and there were some interesting things that came about. And it looks like we have. I went over to the Gundam.info to kind of get a synopsis of what we got here. And let me see. And they talk about, there's a couple projects that are coming out, and I'm just going to list them first. And then, Bro, we can kind of go how we want to go with this. Maybe see what we're looking forward to, maybe what we're not looking forward to, or whatever it might be. But yeah, so... It looks like we got a couple things that are going to be coming out. They launched their what's going to be called the Mobile Suit Gundam 40th Anniversary Project. That's going to go from 2019 to 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to have a Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin TV series, a new Build Fighter series title, SD Gundam World Sengoku Soken. I don't know what that is. A new SD Gundam.
Absolutely.
Game. Yeah. Reconquista in G theatrical movie.
Yep.
And Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway's Flash are the five works that are really going to highlight the project. Now, Sobro, did you watch the actual stream from Bandai?
I did skip around because the version I found didn't have subtitles either, so I just jumped to the major strokes. But there was no way I didn't miss a bit of news because it was the talk of Twitter.
Yeah,
the day that happened, boy, everybody was linking me into conversations, which I was fine with because I learned everything about what happened before I even saw the stream. So it was like it was good. It was good to have everybody just translating it and having links to shit. And thank you everybody who was linking to me into conversations. I do appreciate it.
Oh, I forgot. Sugizu will produce a 30th anniversary Luna Sea Celebration 40th anniversary project theme song, and they're going to hold some commemorative events, and there's going to be some different ways that fans can enjoy Gundam World Outlook. So, but did you see they put up on the screen there that I guess the live action Gundam is in pre-production?
Yes.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, okay. You and I also talked about it as well. And
yeah, because I was like, holy shit. I'm like, why isn't that the big thing? I was like, wait a second, everything else is kind of cool, but I'm like, wait, that's just a pre-production? I know pre-production doesn't mean anything. They could just be having a group of writers, maybe trying out some people or accepting some scripts or whatever. But that was a pleasant surprise because I'm like, I've been on the thing of like that live action Gundam being kind of vaporware, but and it still might end up being. So we just never know.
Yeah, it could very well be, but I mean, the pre-production is a nebulous term for the most part. But I think that I know that Legendary is really working behind this film. So
right,
and
and that was the thing that they showed the Legendary logo, and the fact that they showed that and said it was a pre-production. So that kind of gave me a little bit more hope that maybe there could be something actually coming out of this, because I'm sure major picture studio is going to really want to try to get this to screen. But that was just something because that's not really the big things that we're
you must start with the appetizers first.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
So bro, after going through hearing everything on Twitter, going through everything, and then kind of going through the actual stream, anything that kind of jumped out at you, things that you were surprised, not surprised, kind of like meh, or really excited about. So just kind of give a couple points.
Starting on a smaller scale, I did find it intriguing that stage play is going on. They were alluding to it for a while, but for those who haven't seen what it looks like, here's a picture of the cast of the 00 stage play, man. I guess it's called Rebuild. And look at them costumes, man. Look at these guys. Yo, they found a Sentinel that looks like Sentinel, man. Holy shit. I'm my deft. But yeah, the quality of them suits, man. I don't know exactly how it's going to be, if it's going to be a reenactment of the actual show, or if there's going to be additional stories, brand new stuff. I'm kind of interested in seeing how that plays out, man. Well, I guess we'll see what happens, but I don't think we'll ever see an English version of this stage play, but Lock On looks like Lock On, man. That's all I know. Lock On looks like Lock On. Good shit. I'm down. So there's that. The other thing that really got me, though, I gotta say, is Hathaway's Flash, man. I never thought we'd get an adaptation about Hathaway's Flash, man.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
personally, I'm cool with it because I've always heard about it.
Yeah.
I've never read it. I've never read any of the subs or anything on it, but I think after Gundam the Origin and Unicorn, everything's kind of thrown out. It was surprising, but not that surprising.
Yeah. I mean, but the books have been out for a while. It's like if they announced a animated version of Bill Torchka's children. And now, granted, yes, I know we already got Char's Counterattack, guys, but I'm just talking about like an actual more one-to-one translation, or the events that unfolded in Bill Torchka's children made into an OVA series, or or a movie or something like that would be interesting to see. But yeah, the Hathaway Splash is gonna be interesting, man. I really can't wait to see how Bright is depicted. That's why I'm tuning in.
Old Bright, we got to see how old Bright is, because I'm sure he's gonna be all bearded up.
No,
and just all
grizzled. He could be. He could very well be.
Yeah,
but
he could be. They'll probably take some liberty to, because now everybody's got a beard.
Well, there's been comic book, I believe, not comic book, but there's a manga adaptation, I believe, of it, and I've seen Bright, and he looks like he's got this Errol Flynn thin ass mustache, man. He looks smooth as hell, son. He looks dope. It's like his mustache Bright. As Flame X wrote in the chat over on Twitch. Shout outs to Flame X holding it down on Twitch, by the way. Everybody else watching on YouTube, thank you very much. But I'm interested in seeing Bright and the chase, and then finding out the big twist, and then of course how it ends and what he has to endure is what I want to see.
I forget what name. What's the name? Like Mufti or something?
Mafty.
Yeah, Mafty. That's the name he goes. That's
the name that Hathaway goes by as a pseudonym,
alias.
Yeah. I don't want to say too much, because seeing that this is going to be a real thing, for the most part.
They'll probably deviate from the novel. So I mean, and it's a 1989 novel. So I think.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like it's readily available for people to see. Yeah, we know because we did our research. Yeah.
Yeah, but a synopsis is available. Yeah. I mean, we don't know that much. Yeah, Riker Bright. Yeah.
Riker Bright.
Yeah, that would be the shit. Riker Bright, man.
He said, "Get it right, Riker Bright." Yo, Yazzie plays. Bright don't need no full-on beard, man. He just needs that smooth-ass mustache, man. I just need to see him with that arrow, man. He looks dope, though.
Man.
He looks dope as hell. Oh, my God. That's my son. I love this
but look how the Riker became more badass.
If Wright starts sitting in chairs like Riker does, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
It's
the Riker maneuver?
Or the gradual Cisco goatee.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you go from mustache to like chin beard to like full on goatee.
The full on.
The evolution of the Cisco goatee.
There you go.
But no, I wasn't surprised about it, but I'm actually kind of excited about it because I've heard about this for so many years, and yeah, you're right. The twist. I mean, the twist, how this is going to be revealed is going to be kind of fun. So, the information we got here, it's going to be set in the Mobile Suit Universal Century timeline. There's, I think at November 30th, there's going to be a nationwide roadshow of the Gundam NT advanced trailer too. So
yeah,
but it's going to be a movie trilogy, which that'll be pretty cool though, because as much as I like the OVAs, getting me a damn movie trilogy may not be that bad of a thing.
Yeah, it's original animation.
It sucks watching something for an hour and then waiting a year for the next episode to come out.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's going to be original animation that we haven't seen before. It's not going to be recycled anything or something that's re-edited or a movie version of a TV show. It's going to be something fresh, and it gives the people what they want, which is more UC. It's that nebulous period between Char's counterattack and Victory Gundam or F91. So we get to see a little bit more of that. I'll tell you this much: I hate the look of his suit. I've never liked the mobile suit that he used. I know a lot of people like that design. I just think the shoulders are too big. I just think they're too big, man. When I see it in action in Gundam Versus, it's like, man, this is a little not literally Gundam Versus because
little 280s, little 280s with the shoulder pads.
Exactly. It
was written in 1989, so everything had shoulder pads in the 80s. So
exactly,
maybe they were like, we got to give a shoulder pad. So, okay. Anything else on Hathaway's Flash?
No, I mean, for the most part, I'm pretty jazzed to see it. I mean, Hathaway is not my favorite character by any stretch of the imagination. He got on my last nerve in Char's counterattack. But other than that, I hope we get to see some more. Some Mirai and some Shaman, and definitely we'll see a lot of Bright. So I'm thrilled.
Because you said you're glad that it's new animation. It's not going to be a recycled movie, or compilation movie. But how as a kind of a segue here, what do you think about that Gundam Reconquista G theatrical movie? It's gonna have a lot of new cuts and scenes that are going to be added. So they're basically going to make Recon and Reconquista go from 26 episode show into in a movie. And I guess I had heard that Tamino's saying this is actually the definitive story.
How is that going to work? How is that possible, man? It's so scatterbrained, man. I don't get this. Decision. It's cool that he gets to go back to the well and do something new and maybe correct a mistake he made. But it's a movie though, and you're squeezing. You couldn't tell a story in 26 episodes. How you gonna tell this in a movie, man? Unless if it was like maybe a backstory for something, an original thing that they wanted to make so as an addendum to the series, I think that's a cool idea. But if it's a compilation film,
like how bad it was after the Universal Century when people were being grown for food, that's the shit we wanted to see. I mean, that's like Iron Blooded Orphans movie. Are you going to show us the Calamity War? No, I don't want to see it then.
I think ultimately, though, I think the Calamity War is going to get explored. There's too much there not to. And it seems like an interesting time. I hope they do it justice if they do the Calamity War and Iron Blooded Orphans. Who
cares about that? We were talking about
we're going back which is so much more important.
Well, what you're talking about is what if this is going to be going to be.
Oh my God.
It is. It's a what is.
Yo, shout out to Enron. He said he wrote 12 years of Kuntala. Yes.
Oh yeah,
that should be the movie.
Yeah, Tasty Kuntala. Yeah,
it's all about MAHQ and his struggle. I'm done. I'm done.
12 years of Kuntala. Oh my god.
The movie ends with the line, "We came here looking for justice. You found just us." They put up the fist. It's over. Good shit.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely be reviewing the movie, but
fudge.
And yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, we're looking forward to it, but Sober, anything else on the Reconquista in G theatrical movie?
Please be good, man. I mean, I already am expecting low. I'm expecting to be confused when watching it. You know, I mean, there's been this groundswell of people who are now appreciators of Gundam Reconquista in G, and God bless y'all because you see something in the show that I don't, but. You know this. I watched every episode.
Maybe you'll be converted though from this movie. So just keep your mind open, Soul
man.
Bro.
I watched every episode with the whole
a hater, man. This is news. Soul Bro a hater.
If you go back and listen to our reviews of that show, I was positive most of the way through about that show. It's like it's gonna fold. It's gonna turn the corner.
You got like punched in the gut, man. You were ruthless at the end.
Oh my god, dude! And then if they saw me when I was doing commentary on that shit. Oh my god! It was a sad state, man. It was a sad state.
Well, it's gonna be coming to Japanese theaters in 2019. Yeah. So that'll be. It looks like, and then Tomino's going to appear at the Japan Expo in Paris, France, next year. Wow. No date of when that is. So next one, SD Gundam. Now, is this going to be a series? Because the information I have here doesn't have too much about it. This is coming off of Gundam Flow.
Yeah, according to this article I have, it says there will be a new title for the Gundam Build anime series airing in 2019. Oh, okay, no, no. I was looking at series in the sentence, and I thought that this was also implying that SD Gundam World Sengoku Soketsuden is also going to be a series, but it's ambiguous from what I can see. So
okay,
it could be it could be a web series for all we know.
Just you know what? Give me a new version of the SD Gundam Olympics, the Laugh Olympics. That
oh my
did.
God! Yes, the wacky races,
or take that original and then just convert it to HD quality, so I can watch it. Because I'm good with that the whole time. Because Goofy Camille, love that.
Camille with stars in his eyes, man. Oh my god.
Brain fried Camille.
The best.
So, but yeah, we'll keep you posted on SD Gundam. And yeah, of course, everybody loves SD Gundam. I mean, it's fun. We've seen them in the mangas, card games. They got models. I mean, it's always been a fun thing. So, anything else on SD Gundam, Soul Bro, since you don't know anything? Any speculation that'll be the best?
Nah, I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be like the previous SD Gundams that have come out in the last couple of years, the series that I have yet to watch, which I need to really sit down and check them out. And that just is another blank spot in my. There was one time where I watched every Gundam series.
I have a spool of DVD-Rs somewhere.
Yeah,
in my storage closet that has all those SD Gundams on it.
Oh my god!
So, yeah.
The old school ones are like the
old school ones.
Yeah, I got to see where we can find them. Maybe they'll come to Netflix one day. Who knows? I'm lying.
What are you spoiling the next topic, dude? What are you spoiling? So, but Soul Bro, you mentioned it. Build Fighter's new series.
Yeah.
You excited about that? Even though we're, not disappointed, but just kind of left in
we're middle
of a mess state after build.
It was fair to middling. Yeah.
It
was. But for this new series, man, I hope they take it back to basics, man. I believe I heard somewhere that it's going to have no connection to the first two series. So I'm a little miffed at that, man. I wanted kind of a continuation of some kind. You don't have to give me the main characters from the original series, but put it back into that world and that continuity, because there was a lot there. And Try didn't scratch the itch as much as the original series. So I kind of want them to have a mulligan and see if they can, maybe have a mix of things where you bring back some supporting characters and then, maybe show a new generation of kids who are doing their thing. Build Divers also was, it was fair to middling. But we'll see what happens. I really hope that, it does something neat. Maybe this Gundam Beyond may have something to do with it. Who knows? But I'm cautiously optimistic for this new Gundam Build Fighter series.
Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be sequel work. It says here to Build Divers. Says it's in the planning stages. They're gonna release some more information as available. Yeah, I'm kind of with Solbro. I mean, I like the idea of Build Divers, especially if it's going to be a sequel on that. I think there could be a little bit more if they wanted to maybe put it where there's a little bit more stakes. That would be good. But I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. And, of course, we'll be reviewing that as it comes out. So
I do agree with Fred. He's over in the YouTube chat, and Fred says actually do shit with Gunpla and show actually build tech. They lost focus on that in Build Divers, and I'd like to see that come back in full force in the series. I mean, it's the show's about merchandising,
I want
so
an episode
why not?
where they just show how I forget which build series it was, but remember where they showed the factory where it was being made?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it was trying.
It'd be great is the life of some factory worker at the Gunpla factory.
It's like a show like Salaryman Kentaro, but it's just some guy that works at the Gunpla factory. He's
all disenfranchised and hates it. And one day sees the joy that he gives to children, and then he goes as a masked man late at night after his shift at the factory to go start playing underground Gunpla, and then he ends up becoming they have like the open world championships. He battles from the bottom to become the champion, and then
he's some Steve Buscemi looking dude.
Yeah,
in his mid-50s. I need to see this. I need to see it.
Kind of overweight. It's just like that first episode. It's just like you watch him wake up. Like he's got to brush his teeth, and he doesn't even bother shaving or showering because he's like, I'm going to the Gunpla plant because in an hour I'm going to have Gunpla. I'm going to have Plasky all over me, and it's like just sitting there, and he's doing some mundane job, and he's like, God, who would do this dumb crap? Oh man, I can't believe it. But you know what? It's a job.
It's a job. It's a tough life, man. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it.
And he sees some like heartwarming thing where like some young sick child is who has like cancer, who survives his cancer treatment because the power of Gunpla. And he's like, you know what, this could be the thing.
Just give me that old workplace,
salty guy,
that old workplace anime slash slice of life. Give me that shit. I'm ready, son. Yo, some human crossing type shit. Let's go.
Oh, it makes it even worse. Like he's divorced, and like he had a son, and it's like his ex-wife put him in bankruptcy because all she wanted was buying Gunpla for him.
Yo, kids hate him. His kids hate him. I was like, damn, no respect.
Like, yeah,
he wins by series, and he wins everybody over. It's good shit.
Yeah, and he becomes the champion.
The feel-good anime of the year.
Yeah.
Goes from 0 to hero in 26 episodes.
He's got like a drinking problem, high blood pressure.
Yeah. Yo, fund it. Let's go.
The global economy's got him down because they might shut the plant down and send it to China.
Woo! I need to see the real problems. That's what I need to see.
Like every day he has to ride like 2 hours on the train to get to the factory. I mean, this is like that'd be the most impressive. But it'd probably end up being awesome.
Oh my, it'd be amazing. Like I never thought a show like this would exist. It's like my life.
It's like
yes.
People are like, you know what? All those things about the greatest Gundam shows, Zeta, Mobile Suit, Double O, and all this. No, it doesn't compare in anything of Gundam Salaryman or Gundam Build Factory. Oh man, That would be awesome.
Oh,
but no,
man.
we'll have to see what they do for us. So
I'll have to go wanting until then.
Yeah, exactly. One of these things, so bro, I'm getting to a point. You and I, we need to like go like learn how to write a script or something.
Oh,
we could submit this.
Real talk. I someone had challenged me to do writing this month because it's NaNoWriMo, right? So I've been writing a synopsis and some episode synopsises of the show I'd like to produce, but as a comic first. But I'm of course I'm not going to talk about it here on the show right now. But but I am looking for an artist.
It'll show up 6 months later.
Yeah, I am looking for an artist to exactly. So my shit completely stolen. But I am looking for an artist to collaborate with, a dope ass artist who doesn't mind collaborating with me. So he could draw dynamic poses and no, I mean
doing lots of unpaid work for a while.
You know what? It's a lot to ask. It's a lot to ask, but I would partner up with that person straight up and down to do the show. I was like, look, let's work together on this. If you got time, I got time. We work this out, and if you can give me some character concept art, I can go from there and do something. But Yazi says the Voltron Robotech crossover fanfic. Yes,
you got it. You got it.
You nailed it, bro. I'm exposed.
It's Lion Voltron too. Lion Voltron Robotech the Macross series. The Macross saga.
Oh my god. Gabe says, dude, bring it back.
Oh my god. Or no, you just do a thing of Robotech, the alternate history of Robotech. Like, what if Roy didn't go get the pineapple salad? That like he actually just went to the infirmary. Yeah, he got saved.
Exactly. Rob Mallard says, "What if Bernie survives?" Story.
Oh yeah,
man, I could play Super Robot Wars for that.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get that from SRW. Goddammit.
Or the Emma did not get out of the Gundam Mark II.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
All my dreams come true today.
But yeah, we're not going down the fanfic thing.
Man,
all right. So, bro.
Yes.
Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin TV series. What do you think?
I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out, man. I do see the necessity.
What does that mean? Like the hokey pokey?
Yes,
one
exactly.
1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yes.
Huh?
I see the necessity of it. Because,
explain yourself.
Because I thought it was cool.
Easy inner Larry King.
I saw that it was cool to see Unicorn on Adult Swim when they came on in the TV version, and so it puts it in a digestible format that people can check the show out instead of having to invest in OVAs, because OVAs you got to kind of buy your way in. Not with Gundam the Origin all so much, because they made them available online pretty soon after they came out, so I thought that was really cool. But I think this just makes sense. But I would have rather seen something different. But it's not really using up too many resources from Sunrise. They're just adding maybe a couple extra scenes for color and to fill things out.
Doing something new. Yeah.
They're able to put something on television, make some more money off of the series, and then maybe make another OVA series later on the line with that'll recycle like this too. So it doesn't bother me.
Because it takes the six OVA episodes, which were anywhere between like 50 to like 120 minutes long.
Yeah.
Or like 100 or like 80 minutes long. I'm sorry, not 120 minutes, but they made it into a 13 episode TV series. It says here is going to start broadcasting in April 2019 on NHK terrestrial, and it's going to have some new scenes in it, and it looks like the theme song, the 40th anniversary project theme song, I guess Shugizu, he's going to be doing, or they're going to be doing the opening and ending songs for the new series.
That's one of Flamex's favorite artists. But go ahead, sorry.
It says the new songs hint at Gundam's future, and they're gonna there's gonna be various artists that will cover other Gundam songs. So, yeah, I mean, I get it's a budget way of giving us something new, and yeah, it could be worse. I mean, I wasn't exactly blown away with it, but I'm like, yeah, it could be worse. I mean, it could have been 3 compilation movies of Reconquista. But yeah, no, I guess we'll see, because there could be some stuff that they add to it, and there's probably some areas of those OVAs that they could maybe do a little bit more explanation in, or show a little bit more. I mean, if we can get any more extended Battle of Loom, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I definitely would. I definitely would like that, and maybe some of the other stuff with the testing of the mobile suits, and maybe even some of the more about some of the early new type testing that was going on. Bro, anything else on Mobile Suit Gundam, the Origin TV series?
I see these people talking about bringing back all these different bands and musical artists for all these different new Gundam series coming out here. Man,
GAC, man. You got to bring back some GAC. Man. Those GAC songs for Zeta were pretty awesome.
No, sir, man. The best band I ever heard in a Gundam series. It was hired to do a Gundam theme, or ED. My favorite has always been the Back Horn. I've loved those motherfuckers, man. They did the ED for season 1 of 00. That song was banging. They did a song for the Trailblazer. Was it the Trailblazer? Awakening of the Trailblazer. Yeah, they did a dope ass song for that. I've always liked the Back Horn, man. Those guys give 120%, man. Although
TM Revolution, man. I want some more TM Revolution.
I'm good, but the other dope ass band, the other dope ass band is the cats that did the opening for the first season of Iron Blooded Orphans. Those guys murdered it, son. And even the season 2, those guys murdered it too. So I gotta say, man. What about the double 83 ending? I'm done. Oh no. Yo, you can keep that, my boy. You can keep it.
What about the butt rock opening for Destiny? Like the second one, I think it was like the really good one.
Yeah, the second season opening for fucking Destiny was so good. So good.
The only thing I was looking forward to.
Oh my god, that is really, to me, that's the best OP of the whole series. Man, that shit was hard body, man. I don't understand. I don't understand, man. It's effed up. But yeah, y'all can talk about.
You know what?
Bring back Wings of Words.
I would like somebody to do the actual original Gundam song. Obey Gundam.
Well, you know that Andrew WK did that shit a little while ago. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Or maybe have him do it.
Yo, Andrew WK, man, bring it back, baby, bring it back. But yeah,
it'd be great if we could actually talk to him one day. We'll have to see if we could try to talk to this.
Yeah, would love to.
He seems pretty accessible.
He seems pretty accessible, man. The guy's the real deal, man. If anything, every interview I've seen of him, he's always been an affable cat, man. So I would love to talk to him on the show and see what he had to say
about some Gundam.
We'll have
to hook that up. These Beyond things here.
Yes.
You wanted to kind of talk about the Beyond, because it looks like we had 4 visuals, and one's about Mobile Suit Gundam, Gundam UC, Iron Blooded Orphans, and Gundam 00. And so they also Wings in there, Zeta Gundam, Reconquista. So what do you have anything on the Beyonds? Because what I'm kind of looking at here is a little bit I don't have much here. So.
Yeah, the ones that I saw, the 4 of them, they are intriguing because you get to kind of see these dream matchups versus these people, except for the one with Bellry and Salem Ass and Young Char. It's like, what? All these other ones look like face-offs, and you're gonna give me this one? It's like, okay, whatever. But that's cool. I think it's mainly just to promote their most recent stuff that they've done, and celebrate some of the older popular stuff that they've done.
Yo, man, I like that one.
Yeah, Hero versus Camille, but you know Camille about to get washed though, right?
I actually like this visual that they have of it, because of all of them, it's like it's so like old school fighting game, or just old kung fu movie looking. Because I mean,
my question: where's the G Gundam one? Man, there should have been one with G Gundam and another dope ass series, man. G Gundam and Laurent, Turn A Gundam, I would have fucking loved that. I would have loved that shit to the end of time. It's like, yo, those are my favorite series. Let's go. But the one I like the most is the Hero Camille one. I think that's really cool. It's in Hong Kong, a setting for definitely a setting for Zeta Gundam, but I do believe they probably went there in Gundam Wing as well. So, but it's cool, man. They always show only one suit per, and so they don't really show both the suits. But the one with Boniger and Amuro was pretty nice, and the one that really caught my eye.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like the Alpha Omega one almost.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, it
is.
Kind
of think about it.
One into the Universal Century decade to the not decade, but that particular first century.
But IBO and Gundam 00, that shit better be brutal. Like if there's
it should be.
That fight better be brutal, man, because so
because both those cats are pretty severe. So although Setsuna kind of finds his humanity towards the end of the series, but Mika was able to kind of compartmentalize what he needed to do and get shit done. He's still
child
very human,
soldiers, man. That's
man.
the battle of the child soldier.
That is a serious cat, boy. That guy is no joke. But yeah, I like these concepts. I like these posters, and I'm hoping that we get to see something of it. Maybe a web series, kind of in the vein of what we saw when we watched Char versus Ribbons. Maybe something that kind of delves more into that concept.
Or like, what were those called?
It's Build Fighters. I forget
the Gundam Evolves.
Yes.
I almost think in some ways it might be like if they're kind of like the Gundam Evolves, where they're anywhere between like 10 to like 15 minutes, and it's just one of those like weird things, and have that kind of aura to them where they're just so self-contained and they're just like kind of in a dream world type of thing. But yeah, I mean,
it would be cool if these were like in the same vein as Gundam Evolves, but give them some incredible animation because the artwork in it looks great. It looked like stills from like really well animated shorts.
Well, I'm sure if if these are only like 10, 15, 30 minutes long, we should have really good animation on it. Yeah. Camille versus Hero. That's really the one I want to see, man.
But you know, Hero's gonna whoop his ass though, and I'm not even a fan. I'm not even a fan. Like the only thing that Camille's got is his new type powers. That's it. But you can't kill Hero. He's unkillable.
and he's got Wing Zero.
Yeah, he's got the Wing Zero.
So
and he's got the Zero system. So I don't know, man. Hero is stone cold, and Camille, he's kind of got that teenage angst bullshit going on. Hero ain't got time for that shit.
No, he's all about insurgency, man. That's Hero's.
And again, I love Zeta Gundam. It's my favorite series. But in that matchup, whoo, that's an ass whipping.
If you're taking them out into things like that, yeah, you got to kind of put it in context here, because it's like, I mean, Zeta might be the more superior show, but shit, when it comes to Battle of the Leads, it's like, I don't know. The Amuro Boniger one will be good too, because seeing the RX-78-2 go against the Unicorn, what? You're talking like what, almost 100 years of difference of technology and stuff?
No, it's not even that 100, because it's only 2 decades. It's a little short of 2 decades.
And then like
93, I think. 0093 is where Unicorn takes place, or 96. I'm sorry, 0096.
I don't know what I was. I think I was thinking.
You're thinking like Victory or something.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. Let me break down these matchups real quick. Let me see here. So Boniger versus Amuro, man. I'd say that's a 6-4 matchup in Amuro's favor, man. Even in the old school Gundam, because he's just
out of 10.
Out of 10. Out of 10. I would give Amuro 6. I would give Boniger 4 in that match. Yeah. Even if Boniger had the Unicorn, which of course he would have, I still give it to Amuro, man.
I give it to you. I agree with that one.
Yeah. Now, Setsuna versus Mika, that's a hard one. That's a hard one, son. If it's Setsuna before the ELS, I would say it's 5-5. But because he's got the ELS, I think he edges Mika out just a little bit. But Mika,
that's a push, man.
That's a push. You think it's a push either way? Holy shit, man!
I don't know, because it looks like it's going to be Trailblazer Setsuna. So just based on the hand there. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one to call because even with the ELS, man, my man Mika is ride or die. So it is what it is. I gotta say, Hero versus Camille 7-3 matchup for real.
8-2, man.
8-2. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus. Oh, but Boniger versus Sailor, man, that's 10-0 Sailor. I ain't messing with Sailor, man. Not with that shotgun. Get out of here.
Oh yeah.
Because Boniger sucked. But anyway.
Man. You don't want that.
Oh my
Sailor's
goodness.
got all that angst, man.
Exactly.
So, all right. So, bro, anything else on the Gundam 40th before maybe we take some Twitter comments or questions regarding?
Oh, let me see if it did. Hey, it looks like we got some
Twitter.
Twitter.
Anything up there?
Yeah, we got a few things, man. We got a few things, so we might as well jump to Twitter. I really don't have much to add, so let me see here. Some of the stuff is actually referring to well, we got the next subject coming up, so I'll just see here if I can pull this up here. Yes, all right. So shout outs to Fred. He was the first to use this hashtag. He said, "I'm absolutely hyped for the Ultraman show. The new Ultra Renaissance."
We'll talk about We'll save that one.
All right, cool.
Save that one for the next thing.
So sneak
anything,
preview.
Anything with Gundam, or can we just go to?
Let's see.
Netflix talk. Let's see what we got.
Let's see here. Oh, we got something here. Yo, shout outs to Solidus. He says, "Hello, children of Haman. Here's a fun question because none of you had one in a while. A team of 2 Wings Zero Customs and 2 Strike Freedoms attack John Wick, destroying his house and the new beautiful puppy. What MS would John Wick use to claim his vengeance?" Damn.
I don't think he'd have to. I think he would just walk in. He'd get his suit on, and then he'd just go start kicking some ass. I don't think John Wick needs a suit to kick some ass.
What he would do is he'd get the tools from Armor Hunter Metal Link and get to work.
Oh man, he's going scope dog time.
Scope dog murdering for just a man with no mobile suit, no scope dog taking out grown ass men in mobile suits and scope dogs, man.
John Wick's kind of like a Chirico without a scope dog.
Yes,
like,
indeed.
If you took the scope dog away from Chirico and just had him, as a regular guy, it'd probably be John Wick. Yeah.
I gotta say, man, John Wick is taking down.
Damn, 2 Wing Zero Customs and 2 Strike Freedoms. Is there enough space for all that? Because there's going to be so much shit flying in the air between funnels and just
buster cannons.
Oh my god!
All that shit, all those feathers. Anyway,
yeah, all those feathers.
But he actually has something to say to add to one of the things we talked about. He says, "All I have to say further is that I'm glad that they're adapting Hathaway's Flash, and I'm excited for G-Reco movie as well. Because I'd rather have a G-Reco announcement than a Crossbone announcement. Because they should do a Haman Valentine's Day special. They should still do Char's Deleted Affair. I would love to see that." Mainly because my boys are in it. What's his name? Apoli? Apoli and my son Roberto. Those 2 are in there. They made their appearance.
And it gives Makube the most
he was
heroic ending ever. Yeah, I forgot about Char. So that's such a great. I mean, that was scanned, and then I actually bought all the.
That's right.
I had the Japanese ones, just enjoyed looking at the pictures, but shit, I mean, you're right. That would be a cool one to do because it's that, and it's also that interperiod time. It's like, as much as I'm not a big fan of Thunderbolt. Mm-hmm. I do kind of like that interperiod stuff. Like, how did it get so bad that very soon after the end of the war? And I mean that it's just because the shit had to have been freaking chaos, man. You had this huge destructive battle going on. Half of humanity's dead. Yep. Probably the other half is starving or sick or wounded. I mean, it was just a mess. And you got these Xeon remnants just going all over the place, doing stupid things, and then of course the Federation just overstepping and just like consolidating their power on stuff.
Oh yeah,
it'd be really cool because if we could see, because it would make it would really it would really give more depth to Zeta, because you're like, wow, you'd really see why Haman hates Char so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mixture of hate and love.
Like, nice, like, sweet Haman before she was a Stone Cold Killer, man.
She was a nicer person, man. She was actually a bit more innocent, and you do get to see the shift in the show as the lead of the affair. So just to see a character study based on her would be really nice, because she's always been one of the more fascinating characters of Zeta and Double Zeta. I actually feel really bad for her, even though she did some fucked up shit in Double Zeta. Yeah. I still feel a little bad for her at the end, because she just dies, and it's like, damn. I think she deserved a little bit better, even though it's complicated. I have sympathy for the devil in this case, but who knows?
Or you could always have the series called Jupiter about Sirocco when he's off in Jupiter.
Oh my god,
doing whatever he's doing.
Oh my god, it just
either that or my pimp hand is strong. Story of Sirocco.
Yo, shout outs to Ed. He says, give John Wick the Power Bunker rifle from Mellow Link. Yo, he knows what time it is. he knows the time. True. That's what's up. But yeah, that's it for the tweets until we get to Netflix. Okay. And then we'll come back to Fred's tweets then. So shout outs to Fred. Thank you, sir. And anybody else got tweets, man, hit us up. Hashtag Gundam 203.
So yeah, we're just this will be just kind of random, but we'll hit kind of the big points with this. But so Netflix has been making some noise lately, and all of us have noticed. We've actually done some reviews of some Netflix shows, anime shows. Netflix is really going into anime hard. What Gundam shows being released on Netflix?
It's funny that we were talking about Gundam the Origin going 13 episodes. They put Gundam Unicorn, the TV series.
Unicorn,
version. They put that on Netflix. So, and technically, it's in America. That is the first Netflix series, or the first Gundam series to reach Netflix. In Japan, of course, if you live in Japan, practically almost all of them are up there. So, it's nothing new for them. But yeah, that's the story there, man.
And I guess the big thing, anime wise, is of course, remember when we did the reviews on Genesis Evangelion long time ago?
I know, right? Bro? Yo, a long time ago, 103 episodes ago, man. It felt like another life. It felt like we were different people back then.
It did at times,
especially that episode.
I think all of us had the colds or something. We had some. I know I had really bad chest congestion and sinus headache, and I sounded a lot more nasally than normal. So, but I mean, it's kind of a big thing. I mean, this is kind of outside of our personal feelings about Evangelion and its place on things. It's one of those kind of like staples of the anime world. Like, it's having something like this coming, which they're saying it's going to be coming to in spring of 2019, and it's going to be the original 26 episode TV show. So don't have anything about the movies, but that might be different, because if I remember anything, those movies were produced differently. They were under different companies, and it was always different. But Sobro brought up something when we were talking about this, is you couldn't buy this show on DVD or Blu-ray for a long time.
Out of print. Hard to find.
Print. Yep. And it's funny because it's probably one of the most popular animes, and it's completely out of print right now.
Yeah.
So to do this is very interesting, and I'm sure when you go to Netflix, it's gonna be that on the trending now thing. Because and I might even give it a watch. I haven't seen that show in forever.
Yeah.
So but
I'm definitely gonna watch it again.
We're not gonna review it because we've already done it. So there's.
I know I'm going to sit down and watch it again. Now that's going to be on there. And they're putting End of Evangelion and Death and Rebirth on there. And I've never finished. No, I did watch Death and Rebirth, now that I think about it. I watched it on a bootleg tape when it first rolled out. I was totally forgot about that.
Bootleg tape? You mean like a borrowed version?
Hey, I borrowed it from Japan.
There you go.
from Anno's vault. I borrowed. It's like, Anno, let me go ahead and borrow this from you, buddy. I'll give it back. I promise. But eventually, I ended up buying the DVDs. I actually own the Platinum Edition on DVD for Ava, and I have End of Evangelion, the actual movie, on DVD as well. So,
and remember, Evangelion is 26 episodes, not 25. You need to watch that last episode because it's a great one. One of the best endings ever.
Here's what if you never watched Ava before. If you've never watched Ava before, here's my order that I watch it in. I watch one. I watch.
You
hold
gotta
on.
watch it.
You want to watch it like broadcast order?
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch how the Japanese had to deal with it.
Man, that is the experience. If you want to keep it, you want to keep it real. You watch 1 through 26. You get upset at 25 and 26 when you watch them, and then you watch Death and Rebirth, and you say, "What the fuck is this? A clip show?" And then you finally watch End of Evangelion, and it's like, okay, this was worth it. Jesus. But to me, if I on a rewatch, I'm watching 1 through 24, then I'm watching End of Evangelion. Then I'm watching 25 and 26. Because 25 and 26 is a different perspective of the events of Evangelion, End of Evangelion, which is really interesting when you think about it because they run parallel. It's just that one is figurative and the other one is literal. And holy shit, that literal shit is some bloody shit. So it's an interesting watch. I still love Ava at the end of the day. We shit on it a lot, but we jest for the most part. But to me, it's not the end all be all series of anime. To me, that's Super Dimension Fortress Macross. Straight up and down. That's my show, Fred. I'm sorry. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Well, I mean, yeah, you still gotta you have to accept what its place in the genre of anime and just what it is. Because it is I mean, yes, it's probably vastly overrated, but it's a pivotal thing in the anime genre.
Oh yes,
especially the robot genre. So but yeah, so that's exciting. And and it looks here, it says here actually in this article I'm looking at, they said Amazon, you can actually find the series on Amazon right now for no less than about $590. So
what?
So bro, you need some cash. You might want to put that platinum edition.
You know what? I might have to get some money for all these Christmas presents I'm buying, man. We have to liquidate, baby. Yeah, and it's gonna be on HD. It's gonna be in HD on Netflix too. So that's really dope. I gotta say, they're gonna be up. They've been using a better, a remastered version. I think that's really cool that they're gonna be doing that. So we'll see.
And then another. And this goes to what Fred was. There's going to be a Ultraman anime series, which it's a conversion of the latest manga reboot of the original series, that's kind of cool. So, and that's going to be showing up in April of 2019. And it says here it's going to be a fusion of hand drawn and CD animation. So yeah. That's kind of cool. I mean, the fact that they're bringing Ultraman. I wish they'll bring the old Ultraman show on though. That would be But
exactly.
That would be actually really cool. But so yeah, what do you think about that, Silbro? I know you're not a huge Ultraman guy, but definitely like it.
Well, we got a friend that's huge in Ultraman.
Oh, yeah.
Besides Fred, our boy Gus. I need to ask him what he thinks about this new Ultraman show. I'm sure he's already subscribed to that shit because he's gonna watch that shit. That's a man that grew up watching the original Ultraman because he's old. Yeah. But you know what? He's also cool. And
but he might go, why aren't there men in rubber suits?
Hey man,
what's going on here?
Gotta roll with the times, man. But this look cool when that old Ultraman comes out first and he's flexing on that alien. It's like, yo, son, what? This guy's killing. And then his son shows up and he's got to take over. So I'm guessing in this manga the old Ultraman bites it, which is it's gonna make me cry when I see it.
Oh man, original Ultraman dies.
Oh man, don't do it to me, man.
So
don't do
pass
it.
On the beta capsule.
Look at this pimp, man. I see him right here. Open that trench coat. Yeah. Ultraman. Look, that guy looks like a salaryman to the fullest. Hell yes. My father is Ultraman? Hell yeah, he is.
So he doesn't he doesn't work for the Science Foundation or whatever? Isn't that what they were? the original Ultraman? It wasn't the Science Force.
I think
I can't remember. Yeah, it does look pretty cool though.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
this shit looks cool, man. And they still have a ways to go when it comes to CG anime. The frame rate is still a problem, but they kind of have to use choppy frame rate because it would cost a lot more money if it was more fluid. So they have budget restrictions. But in time, and you never know, they could go back and remaster it and then make it look fluid later. So who knows?
Yeah.
But it still looks good. It looks a lot better than some of the other stuff I've seen in CG animation. So I can't.
Even though Ultraman, he doesn't look as much Jet Jaguar as much as I'd like him to be.
I wouldn't be ready for Jet Jaguar, boy. I would not be ready for that shit.
Oh, that is Jet Jaguar anime?
I love that. I love Jet Jaguar, boy. What?
I'm actually surprised they don't have one, but
one of these days, I hope.
So, anything else on Ultraman?
Oh, nothing at the moment. No, we're pretty pretty good. But I'm excited for it. I'm going to check it out when it hits. And
so, Sobra, you excited about season 2 of Firefly? I mean, the live action adaptation of Cowboy Bebop. Which is a big announcement.
It was huge because it dropped yesterday, and I double taked when I saw the news, man. But go ahead.
No, because I was about to say, what about the movie? Because for the longest time, wasn't there going to be a live action movie with Keanu in there? Whoa.
I just think that a movie for Bebop.
Whoa, Jet. What about this bounty? Whoa.
It's to me, it's a smart decision because with the TV show, the expectations are a little bit lower, and with the movie,
sure,
they would have to try to placate the movie to an audience that may not accept it for what it is, or they may have to make it in a way that's more accessible. Because I have some demands if they're going to do this as a TV series or a movie. Period. So let me put this on the
demands. Let's hear this.
Let me put this shit on the table. You're making
straight talk.
You are
straight talk with Soul Bro. Man.
For once,
real talk.
I'm taking the fucking wheel.
Soul Bro, where are you?
I'm taking the wheel, son. Number one, you don't even think about making the show unless you get back together, Yoko Kanno and the Seatbelts. I don't want to hear any fucking excuses. I don't want to hear anybody else do the music. If you just gotta lift the music from the anime and put it in the show, I can live with that. But if you do not do what it takes to get Yoko Kanno and the Seatbelts, fuck you. Fuck you. I hope you hear me saying this, but fuck you for real. I am not playing. You get her.
I'm a little scared.
You get her. You wait for her. You find out what her schedule is, and you make fucking sure. You get Yoko Kanno in the Seatbelts. I need a reunion. I need to hear her. I need to hear her alias, Gabriella Robin. I need my boy Sunil Himahori to come back on the 7-string guitar. I need all these motherfuckers to come back and give me more fucking albums because I've missed these guys for 20 years. Bebop turned 20 this year, guys. I listen to the score all the damn time. That and Shampoo. Please don't sleep. They got Watanabe on as a consultant. Motherfuckers, do not give me some struggling fucking composer to come in here and give me some lackluster jazz music. You better fucking give me Kanno. I don't give a fuck what the excuse is. Netflix, you got the money. Make it happen. I love you guys. Do not let me down. Number 2, we all saw fucking Iron Fist, right? We all saw Iron Fist and we saw the casting for Iron Fist. Remember how much nightmarish that is? Y'all put Finn Jones through some shit because you casted the wrong dude to play him. You didn't get Dan Stevens, would have been perfect. But anyway, that's another story. When it comes to Spike Spiegel, if you're going to cast this guy, you better fucking scour the earth for the right dude to play him. I need a guy who can fight. I need a motherfucker who can fight and do choreography and can act. I know that's a tall fucking order, but you need to find him. I don't want some fucking guy who hasn't made a good movie in 7 years and you guys grab him for this TV show because it's going to be good or you schmoozing with somebody in Hollywood. I don't give a fuck. You find me the perfect Spike Spiegel. Make sure he's Jewish. But find him. Don't fuck around. Get an unknown if you have to. But he better be fucking Spike Spiegel. I can understand that there's going to be some slight, design changes or whatnot, and they're not going to look exactly like they do in the anime, but he needs to be able to fight, or you need to have one hell of a stunt double stand in for him, but I need to be convinced that this guy can fucking do it. Brian Robinson's right. The whole thing is a tall order. Don't do this shit half-assed. I don't want to hear no excuses. Well, we only could do this, and that. Fuck off. You're gonna do Bebop. Do it right. Do it right. This is
the director of Dragon Ball Evolution. You want Sobro to have a heart attack?
I'm telling you, man. It's like it's in my top 5 anime. So I'm serious about this shit. They told me they were adapting Macross, a live action Macross. I'd be the same goddamn way. It's like, look, get someone who can play Minmay, because I'm not trying to hear no fucking what's her name? Miley Cyrus. I'm not trying to hear that shit, but yes.
Bro, it's not 2012.
Yeah. Come on. It's gonna be easy to cast Jet Black. If you want to get a black man to play Jet Black, I'm cool. I'm cool with that, because Jet in my mind is black anyway. So he's the blackest anime character I've ever seen. So
you don't want Bruce Willis?
Apparently, the internet wants Bruce Willis, but Bruce Willis is a paycheck actor, man. He don't give a damn. He don't give a damn what he's in anymore, and he don't have no passion left. So if you guys want to get Bruce Willis, you better fucking crack the whip and make sure he don't fuck the role up, because Jet Black is not just some stoic hard ass. He's a very, very complicated character. He is somebody who had a past where he tried to do the right thing and got fucked. And he has many, many layers. So don't try to get somebody to play in one note like Bruce Willis will. Get someone better, please. What are you saying?
Bro, any actor, they just elbow for Jet Black.
Hell yes, baby. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go, Saber. Yo, Saber, you in the building, baby.
Your bell.
Oh, string?
Jet Black.
String?
I mean, I love Idris Elba, but
yo, let's do it.
I don't know. Come on, man. Seriously.
Oh my God.
What about the Allstate guy? The guy, the president of 24. What about him? Would he be a good Jet Black, Sobro?
Who? Oh, you mean that kid?
Yeah, that guy. The guy that's the Allstate. He's too not Mayhem, but the black guy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the regular. Yeah. For president, I forget his name, but nah, he's too stiff. He's too stiff, man. Okay. I need a guy who looks like he listens to jazz, and he's smooth, and he's got some delivery, man. I need someone who's going to study. What's his name? Bo Billingsley's performance in the OV in the TV show, or Uncho Izuzuka's performance in the Japanese version.
So who would that
whatever.
Be?
To me, who could it be, man? I wouldn't mind Don Cheadle, but he's too old and too small. So, but he could definitely do a guy who's into jazz and shit.
What about Keith David? Somebody's saying
Keith David would be cool. He's too old too, though. I'm looking for a guy who's in his like early 40s. Yo, son.
No.
Oh.
So, Sobro, do you want a real corgi or a person in a furry suit?
Yo, get a corgi, man. Get a real one. Get that shit. I don't want to see no CG dog, man.
What about Faye, Sobro? What do you want there?
Faye is
black girl, Asian girl, or straight up Asian girl?
I'm going to stress. Yo, son. Okay. Being real for a second. If they're gonna keep this real,
that might have been a bad thing. That's not too bad. Chris Pratt as Spike. That's not too bad, even though you got to worry about him eating too many nachos. But other than that,
well, for Spike, you can get a white guy, or you can get an Israeli or Jewish guy. I think that would be perfectly fine. Some guy who's lanky but can fight. Number 2, Jet could be black or white. That's cool to me. But I think Faye should be Japanese or at least Asian to some degree, because her backstory is very interesting. You don't even really know what her backstory is until late in the series, and when you find out that she was a girl who lived in our modern time, and it was cryogenically frozen and ended up in the future. That's actually really fucking cool. Vicious.
Rock would probably do it too, man.
He probably would. But Vicious.
Do you know what the Red Dragon's got cooking? Nick Cage is Vicious, man. That would be classic too.
He doesn't look like Nick Cage in cosplay. I'm gonna die. If he gives us a performance like he did in like he did in the Ghost Rider movies performances.
You betrayed us. Oh my god!
I want outside the box thinking with the casting, man. And hopefully, Max said 2 hours later, Ed Silver's still ranting. Yeah, he is
pretty much.
But ultimately, I am gonna be cautiously optimistic to this because a lot of stuff on Netflix has turned out very well, and they know how big this is. This is a big acquisition.
Yeah, you kind of can't fuck this one up.
Yeah, and we could end up with more story for Bebop out of this TV show than we got in the original series. If this series goes on for several seasons, then it's going to surpass how many episodes the TV show was. So I'm interested in seeing that. I'm interested in seeing them take the mythos from Bebop and expanding it, because that whole universe is so interesting. The fact that Earth is ruined and the only people who live there are people too poor to leave, and then everybody else moved to Mars and moved to Venus.
Go get the bounty, dumbass. forgot to get the bounty, dumbass.
Oh my god. Yo, Flamex said Thor is Spike. Yo. Nice try.
What about the Big Shots? What about the Big Shots duo? They got to be casted pretty well too, right?
Which one? The Big Shots duo.
Big Shots, yeah.
Yeah, they could definitely they could do some stunt casting with those guys for real. So yeah, I mean, this show could have a lot of people in it that are playing, because Bebop is loaded with so many interesting supporting characters that you could really get some faces in here that would just surprise you to see them in a Netflix show in the first place. And I would love to see them do this, because Bebop has a ton of fans.
What about the first season? To me, I think in some ways you have to have reinterpret episodes.
I think I lost you for a second. Say that over again. Internet. Damn you! Yeah, that looks like the Discord is giving you trouble. Okay, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, so the stories, the stories in the first season. I think it might make sense to have a couple of like the more popular stories from the anime, maybe a reinterpretation of them or whatever they might do, and then sprinkle in newer stories.
Yes.
How would you think that would work? Because there are some, I mean, the Spike Vicious thing, I think in some ways you could play that out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Like that could be like, kind of that overall story it was kind of the whole thing. Because in a lot of ways, Cowboy Bebop's kind of like outside of the stuff with Vicious. I always kind of put it in the terms of like the Seinfeld of anime, where it's kind of the story. It's kind of the anime about nothing.
Yeah.
Because if you really think about it, some of the best episodes are just like, what was this all about? And they never get the bounty.
Yes.
And you have to have that too, that they never get the bounty. Like you have to have it where they always fuck up the bounty.
It always ends up not going in their direction. And but I mean, there's a ton of pretty cool episodes in the first part, or the first half of the series, that they could definitely pick to adapt. The first episode, Asteroid Blues, I would say is definitely the way to go with this, with the pilot of this too, because that's actually a litmus test to see how well they can adapt the show. But I do want original stories too, because Bebop, the genius of that show is that you could keep going back to it and adding more stories, because they got into random adventures, and there was the main plot line. If you look at Standalone Complex, where there's complex episodes and there's standalone episodes, Bebop had the same structure, where you had some episodes that were just random. And if anything, I would love to see them just add to this and come up with new ideas.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's the best way of doing it. You have to have it where, because you have to put, I don't want to say homage, but you gotta have it where the people that know about Bebop, they have to see something that they kind of recognize, and outside of, because you got to kind of show what makes it what it is. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it'll be because they could do tons of stuff too, because you can have bigger stars being like guest villains.
Yes.
I mean, it's
you could get,
there's a lot they could do with it.
You could get Antonio Banderas to play the villain in the first episode. Because the Antonio Banderas, what's it? The mariachi. What's it called? The Desperado was the inspiration for the characters.
Mariachi.
El Mariachi
El
with the inspiration.
Mariachi.
Exactly, they were the inspiration for those two characters. That and I guess Selma Hayek's character in the first episode of Bebop. So what would be a mind fuck is if they actually got Banderas to play that cat that was in the first episode. That was the bounty in that, and have Selma Hayek show up to play the woman. That would be really, really amazing.
And then, of course, the best thing would be as you know, to end this Bebop, even though we haven't seen it yet, but the last season has to be the Bebop Firefight crossover. You know?
One of the other things I wanted to add was that when it comes to directors, I need directors that actually can
direct.
Bring yeah, exactly. But bring a crisp vision for the show. I love the guys who directed John Wick movies. I would love to see them come in and direct an episode or two. The cat that directed The Raid, I'd love to see him come in and direct a couple episodes too. So people who can direct action.
Well, if you're gonna be doing that, then you gotta have like Robert Rodriguez and.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Not every episode.
I mean, I'm sorry, they don't need to do every episode, but yes.
Yeah.
How big would that be? Is this episode of freaking Cowboy Bebop is directed by Quentin Tarantino or Robert Rodriguez? You'd be freaking. You'd shit your pants.
Yeah. You know what? Not every episode of Bebop was an action-packed adventure. There was some episodes that were noirish. There was some episodes that were actually just very funny, like Mushroom Samba. There was the episode, of course, with Pierre Lafaux, which is straight up a horror story. That shit is weird. Mm-hmm. And you can get a guy who directs horror. You can get James Wan to come in and direct that episode. I can't imagine all of these dope-ass directors coming in and saying, I really want to put my stamp on an episode of Bebop and come in there and do a kick-ass job. That would be a dream come true if it was like a mismatch of directors that we know from seeing movies today, and they just come in and do a 22 episode.
Danny Trejo is Jet Black. Oh,
awful. No, I love Trejo though.
Matthew McConaughey is Spike. You need to be a Netflix executive. Oh my God! How? What? Now, Sobro.
Oh,
you gotta admit the McConaughey is Spike.
Mm-hmm.
Even I don't know what his fighting skills are, but
none.
Man, he could. I mean, outside the fighting skills, come on, you gotta think about that, man.
You know what? I wouldn't mind if they did age up the characters some, because for those that don't know, Spike is 27 in the show. And Jet Black is like maybe in his late 30s, early 40s. But if they aged him up, if they got actors that were a little bit older, I'm not going to be too mad at that. I just need to make sure that they can pull off the characters. Yazi, I'm right there with you. I love Hiro Murai as a director and a writer. If they got some of the cats from Atlanta doing some of the episodes and also directing some of the episodes, I would be so down for that because they do a lot of good work. He also did Yazi. He also did a lot of good work on Barry. Anybody who watched Barry on HBO? Hiro Murai directed a couple episodes of that show and it was freaking phenomenal. So, yes, all of my yes for Hiro Murai to be involved in Cowboy Bebop, man. Again,
Danny Trejo is Jet Black. if Danny Trejo is like about 15 years younger, I actually wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yo, Playmax said get Sly Stallone to play Jet. Yo, Sly. Man, I don't know. Woody Harrelson is Jet. Yo, shout out to Rob. Woody Harrelson. Yo, man, you guys are going in.
Yeah, you guys are freaking crazy. Man.
Yo, Woody, son.
Oh, the McConaughey though, man. I mean, seriously. Oh,
damn,
that'd be like a dream. I'd probably be. After watching Cowboy Bebop, I'd be hungry for Carl's Jr. and want to buy a Lincoln. Though that's the only thing. If that was happening,
and some wild turkey.
I forgot. Wash it down with some wild turkey.
Wash it down, boy. Oh my God. Yo, Forenberg also says Idris Elba is Jet. Yo, there's a lot of Idris is Jet, man. I'm not against it.
I hate to say this, it sounds terrible, but I think anytime there's they want a cool black guy, it's like Idris Elba is like he's like the first thing that comes up. It's like, yeah, he is cool, but I don't know if I don't want Stringer Bell as Jet, man.
String. I mean, I don't want Bruce Willis as Jet, even though I use him as the thumbnail.
No,
but
oh no,
I don't know. At the end of the day,
I think a potted plant would be better than Bruce Willis.
That's what Fred says.
Potted plant for
yo, shout out. Bryan Cranston's as Jet.
Morgan Freeman is Jet. Well, you know, Spike, we don't have any beef. We just got mushrooms.
Bell peppers and beef without the beef.
Freeman and Matthew McConaughey. Oh my god.
That'd be the most seasoned series of people.
The most chill episode ever.
Oh my god. Yo, Michael John White is Jet, man. Ed, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Mecha-san says, what about the girl who played X-23 and Logan as Edward? She's actually pretty talented. She wouldn't have to speak much, because Ed does say some weird shit, but she's also pretty quiet sometimes. So.
Samuel L. Jackson is Jet. He'll just recycle Nick Fury.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. That's too funny. So, yeah, I mean, you know, just to kind of do some concluding on the Bebop thing.
Yeah.
I'm cautiously optimistic too.
Yeah.
Because the one thing about Netflix is, as many good things they have equal parts of bad. So
yeah,
I hope they take your warning. Like, this is a really big one. Like, you shouldn't really screw this one up.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
they'll never hear the end of it if
Bebop
they do.
is it's not really. I think it's a show that's beyond just anime fan.
It's an anime. It is an anime series that people who are not anime fans watch. So that says a lot. That I know people I work with that don't watch anime at all, but there's several series they'll name off that they did sit and watch, like Ghost in the Shell and Cowboy Bebop, because those shows just had something that spoke to them. And this is something that is definitely a milestone if they get it right, and I just don't want.
Eddie Murphy is Jet Black. Stop that, man.
Yo, Eddie Murphy's too busy playing Rudy Ray Moore in the Dolomite story. Yo, I can't wait to see that movie on Netflix. It's coming soon.
Oh.
Yeah, that shit is real, by the way. It's called I think it's called Call Me Dolomite or some shit like that. But he's playing the biopic of Rudy Ray Moore, the guy who played Dolomite.
Yeah, because we're slowly getting back funny, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, little by little.
Admiral is Jet. No, man. No, you know what the Admiral would be?
Mm-hmm.
He could be, remember Jet's boy that was with the ISSP?
Yeah. Exactly.
The dude that was always, hey, Jet. Yeah, that's what the
Yo, I cannot wait to see Andy show up. Yo, Spike's doppelganger in the later in the series, man. And Pierre LaFaux's a big one. But yeah.
Well, you could spread it all out. I mean, I think doing. I mean, that's what's nice. They already got kind of like 26 stories they could kind of do, but if you can kind of spread, you don't need to do them, all at they don't need to just redo the series, the first episode.
No, they don't.
The first series. I would love it if they sprinkled some in and just kind of go from there.
Just make it entertaining, man. Take the approach that the actual creators of the show did. Don't make this with some kind of objective or whatnot. Just the objective is to make it a good show and worthy of the name Bebop, and at the end of the day, it has to be as good, if not better. Ron Swanson is Jet Black. Yazi, holy shit, I would cry. I would cry if they got Nick Offerman as Jet Black. That is a guy who's soulful. Yo, Duke Silver, Duke. That is actually a good pick. I endorse that.
But wait, man, he's gonna be Ramba Brawl in
I know, right?
Live act Gundam movie. Can't do all this stuff, man.
He can't do it all. Duke fucking Silver, you bet, man. I'm down. He listens to jazz in real life, so I would love it if they would consider him, man. I wouldn't be mad at that, man. He doesn't have his physique, but again, it doesn't have to be perfect. He just needs to be able to embody the character. So let me see that happen. I'm dope, man. But the music needs to be on point. Fornberg, I ranted about that at the very start of this segment, and it's like they cannot. I told just don't even fuck around.
Just license the movie. Just license the music.
If you cannot find someone as good as Yoko, and you can't get Yoko, just take the music from the show. I don't give a damn. Just put the music in the show in there.
I'm sure she won't mind the royalties.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Exactly. Easiest work she's ever done. Shit I did 20 years ago.
You guys want to reuse the music? Exactly.
I forgot I did this show. You know?
I could talk about this all night, but I am cautiously optimistic as well. I just want this.
LaBeouf is Spike.
Oh my god!
Shia LaBeouf probably doesn't even have a career anymore, man. I don't even know where he's at.
Cougar Ricks 33 says, "You take that Shia back."
Oh man.
Your friend says maybe Bear McCreary for the score. I like Bear McCreary, I do, but I've never heard him do jazz. Bear McCreary did the music for Battlestar Galactica.
Oh
yeah, and he's done music for. He did dope ass music for Human Target. Let me put that on the table. Human Target is one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard for a television show because he had a full scale orchestra for the first season. That shit was great. The first season on CD, if you can find it, the first season score is incredibly good. But I have to see how he does jazz because jazz has to be in this. Bebop was not just jazz; it was also rock and folk and all sorts of different types of music, kind of like from that period. So it's a mixture of things. It's a mismatch. But I just don't think how anyone could do it better than Yoko because she just put her stamp on it, man. Yoko, the only person I can think of that could do it better than Yoko is Lalo Schifrin, and Lalo ain't doing that shit. So.
Well, I think in some ways, I mean, what makes Cowboy Bebop great and outside the stories are great and everything, but what makes it so great is the integration of the music and how it sets the mood. I mean, just you're right. That opening is like it just sets you up for like, okay, I'm ready to watch this. I'm ready to watch this show and stuff and kind of do what I need to do. But yeah. So bro, any tweets about the Netflix? Anything else we need to talk about Netflix? Because those are really kind of the big things. I know they're bringing lots of other animes in, but I think just based on this recent news, I think it's that's why we kind of talked about it at this point. Yeah. So anything else that you wanted to say on anything coming in from Netflix on the animes? Because they're investing hard in anime now.
Yeah. There's a few things that are coming up that just projects in general on Netflix I want to see. But I'm still waiting for the Carmen Sandiego animated series. The actual artwork for it looked kind of like a blend of anime and kind of Batman the Animated Series. So I think that's really cool looking. They got a pretty good production team for Carmen Sandiego, and I think they could go somewhere with that.
We could talk about Daredevil beginning acts, but we won't because it's not anime.
Yeah, Daredevil did. Right before the show, the news broke that Daredevil got cut from Netflix, so that sucks. I'm not looking forward to the Fast and Furious animated series, but that's coming. Oh my god! And other than that, there's something else that's coming that's animated, but I can't remember what it is. But Netflix has been surprising me with animation. I know Neo and I at one point wanted to talk about Castlevania, not in this episode, but we really did. Both of us really did enjoy the hell out of Castlevania, and if more animated series are going to be on that level when it comes to just how it's written. Can you hear me? Hello? I can hear you. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if series are gonna if the animated series coming to Netflix are going to be on the level of Castlevania, when it comes to writing and hopefully better animation, but when it comes to writing and just the approach, then I welcome it. So Netflix, keep doing what you're doing, and when it comes to live action shows and whatnot, I really hope Bebop is strong. Other than that, I do have tweets here.
Cool.
I'll go ahead and bring them up real quick. Shout outs to Gabriel. Let's see if we can get this. He's at Baka Gabriel on Twitter. He says, in regards to Netflix shows, Bebop is a show that is too well known and they can't afford to mess up. But I also feel that fans, as fans, we tend to raise the bar too high for our expectations, that the water isn't wet enough because and we become the worst critics before it's out. You have a very good point there, and I may be raising this a little higher, but I just don't think you approach Bebop half-assed. Other things I'm not as hard on. Like they were talking for years about a live-action version of Monster, which is a manga from Naoki Urasawa, and they were going to do one on HBO, and they were going to do a movie, and then it just got canned. But I wouldn't mind it if they changed things shit up, and they may have reworked some characters or whatnot. I'd have been fine with whatever they took approach for. I was fine with the I was really good with Castlevania. With it took a lot of liberties for the source material, but it did an incredible job. So to me, I'm pretty loose when it comes to an adaptation of something. I don't have to have a 1-to-1 translation, because I just think that's boring, and I've already been there before when I read the manga or I played it in some other media. So
well, I think what you said, your plead when it came to the music, because you said either Yoko Kanno or somebody that's going to be kind of on the same par. I mean, if you're going to do something different, but yeah, I mean, other than that, I guess your point about maybe having somebody that can fight as long as, along with acting, but other than that, I think we're pretty open when it came to a lot of stuff. I mean, they can even do some liberty. I think in a lot of ways, they're the world they don't have to do too many liberties with. Yeah. But when it comes to I mean, I think we have to be prepared that the characters won't always look the same. I mean, I very doubt that Jet's going to look exactly like with the weird facial hair and stuff like that. And I mean, come on, Faye, really? I mean, there's going to be differences there. So I mean, but yeah, I think he brings up a good point. Fans are the worst people when it comes to these things changing from one media to the other.
Exactly,
they're the worst.
I can include myself sometimes in that, because I've been vicious on some things, but I try to be as open minded as I can, and I really do. It's just I just think there's certain things about Bebop that you don't fuck up. You just don't, and music is a big character in that show.
But they can take their own spin on it, and I think that they should, because I mean, it's like you said, if I want cut and paste of the anime, then I'll just go watch the anime. There's no thing. So I mean, and I think people have to realize too that there are gonna be some differences, because it is gonna have to kind of play to a little bit more of a wider audience. I mean, I know with Netflix they're able to kind of keep these things a little bit more true, I believe.
Absolutely, because they don't have to worry about sponsors or trying to get 10 million people to watch night one. When it airs. They're about the long game.
But you still need it to be enough there that it's going to bring in people that just don't know about it or haven't watched it. So, yeah.
So yeah, man. And if anything, I can definitely be a little looser on things, but thank you for that, Gabe. He also brought another one, another tweet here saying, because Ava getting on Netflix deserves celebration. To some degree, yeah, I think so. For it to be out of the loop this long, I'm just glad to see it's back on something that people can openly consume it, man. I think it's cool that it's back.
It's like I said earlier, I mean, it's surprising that it's been out of print. I mean, I'm really surprised that it's been out of print for this long.
Yeah, me too.
And it's it's not one of those things where, like with Gundam, where it was always like closely held by Japan for a lot of the time.
Yeah,
Ava, they were like Gainax was like, but I don't even think Gainax exists anymore. So there's all these weird things that go on. So
they do in somebody's apartment building. that's what I hear.
So
yeah. But shout outs to Gabe for that one as well. And now we get to Fred, who says he's absolutely hyped for the Ultraman show. The new Ultra Resistance that we've been having is wonderful. Hopefully this brings more fans to watch the franchise. Fred, I really hope so, because that new Ultraman series looks dope as fuck. I gotta say, man, it really looks good. It looks sleek. It's got that new spit and polish on it, man. And plus we got old Ultraman in that shit. So I'm down, man. I'm down for the old and the new. Let me see this. Let me see these characters, man. Good stuff. Good stuff, yo. Shout outs to Fred for that. And he also adds, are you going to watch Ava again for the third time? He's quoting somebody saying that. And then he says, me. And it's Heisenberg. And Heisenberg saying, you're goddamn right. Is he?
Very much.
He's going to watch it for the 200th time? He sure is, man. What else has he got to do besides sling? So, yeah. There you go. Shout outs to Fred for those tweets. And let me see if there's anybody else. I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're... let's see. Yeah, I think we're good on tweets, man. And anything else about Netflix that you wanted to get into?
Yes. Yeah, Netflix. you do a good job on Cowboy Bebop, then the next thing you have to bring to us, the next adaptation, live action adaptation, is the MD Geist franchise. I have to see I have to see the live adaptation of Death Force.
Oh my god!
I mean, if there was ever anything that was life changing, it was that. Screw Ava, screw Gundam, screw Cowboy Bebop, and all these things. MD Geist, life changing.
Hold on, Yazzie, you've sent a bunch of tweets. I don't see them. Did you use the hashtag Gundam 203? Because I don't see it, man. I gotta go. I guess I gotta go look. Let me just
go refresh.
I did. I refreshed. There's nothing there. This happened last time with Saber Street. I don't know why that didn't show up either. Let's see the Yazzie. But yeah,
is it internet? Internet's betraying us.
No, it's being ridiculous. But I think I can. No, it's not showing up. Oh well. Damn it. Yazzie, I don't understand it. My bad. I'll pull up let me just pull it up on screen so that way you'll see. I do not see these things at all. But yeah, if you look at it, it's not showing. And I got it right on the thing on latest. And yeah, it's showing up Gabe's, it's showing Fred's, and that is all it's showing. So I don't know if Twitter's having some issues or not, but that does suck. Damn.
Twitter's been hacked.
Twitter has been sucking lately, but that's a story for another day. But anything else you want to talk about though about this?
No, I guess we don't have too much longer to see how this is all gonna kind of play out. So this does seem like Netflix, they're so secretive about stuff. Like they don't give you too much information, and they probably already filmed this thing. So
man.
They seem to be that way. That's what, but
yeah, they're willing to take a risk, and I know that Bebop has a huge following, so it's not as much of a risk as we would think. It's definitely going to pull a lot of eyes. And when the news dropped, it definitely caught the attention of all these different news desks. So I'm hoping that it'll be good, and it'll spur more good adaptations of things, and
enjoy Netflix before it gets crushed by Disney Plus.
I'm gonna say this. Here's my out of pocket request for a live action, and it's easy to do.
Oh man,
here we go. Give me a live action Master Keaton. I think that would be freaking great. Master Keaton, I think, would be perfect. You don't need to have special effects. It's just a man in a real world situation dealing with hostage situations.
I thought you were gonna say Yakitate, man.
Yakitate would be dope, but you have to have a lot of money spent. But Master Keaton is a show that would cross demographics.
Michael Schumacher's still in a coma.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man.
Oh, I mean.
Oh my god.
I don't think he's in a coma, but he's fried.
He's having a tough time. But yeah, Master Keaton would be a low budget, but it would have great writing. It would be educational. It would be adventurous, and Keaton himself is a great character. I would love to see that. I'd love to see that be taken care of. And they could make. He's an everyman in crazy situations, and he's able to think his way out. And he's the MacGyver, but without the bullshit. So, and I just dig him as a character overall. So that's what's up. Big O with Batfleck.
Live action. You wouldn't want live action JoJo.
They did do a movie from the guy who directed Ichi the Killer. It came out a year ago. I have yet to see it, but I saw the trailers and it looked good. But a live action JoJo, that's tough. That's tough in general. Yeah. I don't know. It's it depends on how well they go approach it. But I'm enjoying the anime right now, so there you go. But
there you go. Cool.
But that's what's up.
Michael Bay, take police.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Oh my god. But
that would definitely be interesting. Michael Bay, Tank Police. But well, we could always have Maddox. Live action Kilgore, man. People would love that.
Just cross him over. Man. Ooh.
All right. Well, that's our extended news episode, actually. So, bro, how'd it feel being in the Larry King Memorial News Studio? Pretty good, huh?
The seats are comfy, man. The suspenders are tight, though.
Really? You were shooting suspenders?
I had to try them on.
You know they have the slides on them, so you can adjust them if you need to.
I still got to figure these out then. So I'm new.
But Solbro, how can the people out there interact with us when we're not out doing the live show or doing the show live on YouTube?
If you want to interact with us directly, you can hit us up on Twitter at Gundam at MAHQ, or you can go to youtube.com/Gundam MAHQ and comment on the YouTube video. We stream live when we do these episodes, and then the audio version ends up on all the different feeds. And no, we're not just on iTunes, man. If you're on Android, you can find us on Podcast Republic. So yeah, there's plenty of options to find us. We have
and Silbros, you said we're gonna check it because there's so many different things that have gone on.
Yeah.
We used to have a blog spot, we used to have a web page, but there's been stuff because we've had old episodes with copyright and it wasn't anything intentional, but I guess the problem we have now is we have such a back catalog, and it's probably not that efficient for Solbro to go back and to re-edit these things, because sometimes we probably don't even know what the copyright infringement's about. But I think
it got taken down as part of a kind of a scorched earth thing. Having to do with another thing, so it's just Gundam got pulled in. I don't think we directly caught any flack about that, but it got turned down anyway because it was associated with something. So I don't know. Yeah. I just have to find a new home in order to put up each post for each episode, or at least a master post, so people can go there and download the previous episodes the way they want to. But if you're on Android, you can go to Podcast Republic. I know that we're not on Google Play yet, but I do want to get us up on there, as well as Spotify. So I'll go ahead and work on that and see what becomes of that. But yeah, you can find us on iTunes, you can find us on Podcast Republic, and several other apps that you can find for downloading podcasts. So
say what you want about iTunes. It's been around forever. There's been so many. We've been on so many different things, and they've all come and gone, and iTunes is still there, and but yeah, we'll definitely let you guys know. But in the meantime, at least you have two options. You have Podcast Republic and you have iTunes.
And YouTube, of course. I know not everybody's crazy about YouTube, but if you're at work and you're on the Wi-Fi at work, man, you can watch us on that. And plus, this show's become a visual show as well. So if you just listen to the audio version, that's cool, but you're missing a part of it. So I know that you can always go to YouTube and check out the parts that you may have missed. But we've grown past the audio version now. We're multifaceted.
We should probably do one day actual like cam feeds. That would be kind of cool, because we could do like like split screen. It could be like an actual news show where I'm in California, you're in Florida.
Yeah. we can make that happen.
We don't have Solbro, live action Cowboy Bebop. Your thoughts?
Everything, Larry. Everything.
Neo, retort. Well, Solbro's a little crazy here. If you're asking, I could turn it into like one of those pundit shows.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, thank you everyone for coming out to listen to us, and thank you for coming, supporting us, and we'll be back in a few weeks with another episode of Gundam. Solbro, before we go, do you need to give the long list of places to go for all the places that we're part of outside of iTunes and all that?
I'll keep it brief. MAHQ.net is the Mecha and Anime headquarters. Please always go there and support the website. You can go there and check out reviews of shows, Mecha Anime shows, and also line art and lots of trivia on your favorite mecha from all sorts of different series at MAHQ.net. Join the forums at mechatalk.net as well. And also, if you want to find us on Twitter, we're at Gundam at MAHQ, literally AT in the middle, or MAHQ DOTNET for MAHQ's official Twitter. And also, you can find Neo mans the Gundam one anyway. So when you're talking to that one, you're talking to Neo. So don't give him shit.
Yeah, I try to keep it just nice.
You've been good. You've been good recently. But
I think I'm all about just encouraging some of this stuff. And I like posting little things because I know not everybody thinks I look at stuff, but I do, and I like there's always some interesting little things out there. And I think in the way now there's so much like negative and all this, I just like kind of putting cool little things out because there's lots of little cool stuff going on. So but yeah, I mean,
shout us to Ed.
And I support people.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see the likes and the love buttons, and I'll retweet at times. So
See, that's what's up. There you go. Ed says Discord has a video chat now, so you might probably make use of that and be able to implement that into the stream. So we'll see if we can get that to work. Ed, thank you for that. Yazzie says do Gundam like a live double toasted. That's what I want to aspire to, because those guys do great video streams. So shout outs to Double Toasted as well. But yeah, man. Ultimately, MHQ.net, mechatalk.net is the official forums of MHQ, and other than that, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at SoberRyu. Feel free to give that a spin if you'd like. But other than that, someone asked me if I'm streaming tomorrow. I am going to be streaming to Saturday, so be on the lookout for that. I'm going to try to stream on Saturday to help raise funds for a dear friend of ours named Austin. If you guys don't know Austin, head on over to not_Shar. He's going through some tough times right now, and he has a GoFundMe going up explaining what's going on. So I won't give away all his business, but if you guys know Austin and you guys can spare to donate quite a little bit on Twitter, just go to not_Shar and pay him a visit. And thank you guys very much. On Saturday, we'll be streaming and playing Gundam Versus for the first time in a long time, and then maybe moving on to some other games. So be on the lookout for that, and I will see you guys over on twitch.tv/fightersready for that event sometime around 9:30, so p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that is it, man. That's all I got to say in the meantime.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming out. This was episode 203 of Gundam and MHQ. We'll be back with episode 204 in a few weeks. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
So it's been a lot of fun, but, well, I guess that's all.
I don't wanna go alone without you. Wish I had someone to come and take me home like you.
A very stylish girl. How do I look?
Okay, look, I've never in my life tried to really go at you in your suits and stuff. Tonight, I am stressing to you. You take this outfit home and you burn it. We don't want to see this. I know you don't double back with outfits. I've never seen you in an outfit twice, but you take this right here. I don't care if it's Versace, name brand. It costs you. No, Saeed, I don't care. You take this and you burn it.
It's not any part I can keep?
No, nothing. So when you get done with this, you should be butt-ass naked. This should be burnt, okay? It's good to see you, like always. In the shoes, too. Just burn them, okay? They just burn it. Don't ask no questions. Just burn the red socks, which the people can't see at home. Take all this, handkerchief, lime thong, all that. Burn it, okay?
Fire sale?
Burn it.
Game over, yeah!
Gasoline, kerosene, either one. Okay? Tell Ernie, Kenny, say hello. Give my best to Charles. Miss you, boy. See Webb in a minute.
Thanks for the advice. Back to you, EJ.